Hey YouTube, it's Pepper coming at you with an update on the journey to a healthier me. Um, had my weigh in this morning. We'll get right to the numbers. My highest recorded weight was 250. On the day of surgery, it was 247. And today I weighed in at exactly 224. So I was down another 2.5 pounds from last week. With a total loss of 23 pounds since surgery. I am so excited. 4 weeks and 23 pounds. I would have never been able to do that on my own. It's absolutely wonderful. My official 1 month will be on the 21st, so in a couple days. So I'll probably do a little bit longer video, but I just wanted to get this one recorded. So this was my 4 week. Nothing too exciting. Actually had some new foods this week I was excited about. I did buy some more of the garlic mashed potatoes, which are wonderful. They're a good filler. When you just need something other than cottage cheese and yogurt, that kind of stuff. So it tastes really good. So this week, officially today was when I was supposed to start my solid food for life kind of thing. But the other day, was last night, I actually had some shrimp scampi that I had frozen shrimp scampi that I had picked up last week. So I had 3 of those little shrimps with a little bit of my mashed potatoes, and it was like heaven. It was like having Thanksgiving dinner. It was wonderful. So I just nibbled on the little shrimp, and it took me a little while because I'm still kind of got that healthy fear, not fear, but just a healthy fear of, I'm just not really sure about anything. You're trying stuff for the first time and you don't know how it's going to sit. So taking really careful bites and stuff, and it went fine. Like I said, it was just a wonderful, wonderful supper. And then today we had one of our Christmas parties at work for kind of our whole division. And they had, and I was kind of worried, but they had chicken breast and, mashed potatoes, kind of tame stuff. Sometimes they can kind of get, kind of fancy smancy, and it's kind of stuff you don't really want anyway. But it was kind of normal food, and so I carefully ate the chicken. Again, it was the first time I really, like in public, had like solid food. So I really wasn't sure, how I was going to feel or anything. So I was very careful. I made it through about half of it. It was kind of like a thin breast. It wasn't like a big juicy breast, but it was a thin one. And I made it about halfway through. I took really small bites and chewed really thoroughly. I had put just a dabble of mashed potatoes on my plate. But because I wasn't really sure about the whole chicken thing, I only took a couple of very teeny tiny bites of that. And, I'm trying to do this and not trying to be noticed, like, why is he eating like a little bird over there? So I try to kind of do it when things are happening and things like that. So it was kind of my first big outing in front of people. Unlike the one last week, it was just kind of a few of us. So this was a new experience, and all went well. The chicken was so good. It felt good. No problems. And then, so after I had that chicken, and I had actually had kind of eggs mid-morning because I had picked up my eggs this morning and I took half of them, and then had half of them about a little bit later in the morning. And I was kind of worried, like, oh no, now I'm going to go to this little Christmas party. But I kind of did that at the time purposely because I really wasn't sure if I was going to be able to eat at the Christmas party because I didn't know what they would have. So it was kind of interesting. So I got the eggs in, and then a little while later, then we had the lunch. So everything sat well. I think there was enough time in between, that allowed me to, have a good share of chicken. So I was so happy about that it went out fine. Tonight I actually have another Christmas party for the support group for my surgeon. I hadn't been back to that support group since July, maybe. was it? Because I went to two of them, and I know I had said in the video that there's kind of that weird lady and her husband there. So after I kind of seen them twice, I wasn't interested in going back for a while. So, um, but I am going to go to this little party, and a couple of the people at work are going to be there, so I'm happy about that. So it'll be kind of fun. So I'm sure they'll have, things that are, appropriate for bariatric patients. And then, so I say, well, I have one more party tomorrow, but I don't think there's any food involved in that one. I don't think. But now I'm kind of a little bit more prepared and know what to kind of expect. A couple of people have mentioned that I looked like I had lost weight, and it was actually a person that I'm not really sharing the information with quite yet. So I said, yeah, trying, and that was about it. And it was kind of interesting. I kind of have this feeling like she knows. It's kind of like one of those things, if you work at the hospital and you're in for surgery, and so anybody knows, and gossip happens. I don't want to say that it's, because there's a whole issue with like a HIPAA violation and all that, but it's not like somebody went in and looked at my record kind of thing. Sometimes I think people share things because they think, oh, well, she's close with that person must know and probably says something. I just kind of have this feeling like she knows and she's just waiting for me to tell her. Like she's kind of hinted about certain things, like I can tell it's kind of like a lead-in, like she wants me to say something, but I haven't. I will eventually. But I really kind of wanted to make it through these first couple months, just on my own. And the thing is, there's a couple of people in our department, even though we're in the IS department, our information service, dealing with computers and stuff. There's a few nurses and some of the people in my close, little department they're nurses. And so sometimes they can, I know they try to be helpful, but it's not like I'm, a 20-year-old and not really a clue about what I hate to say that. I didn't mean that to any 20-year-olds that might be watching. But, I mean, there's just something that, I'm a grandmother. I mean, there's just certain things in life that you just learn, and sometimes they kind of say things that sometimes I want to say, yeah, I'm not, not dumb. I mean, I don't know how to explain that. Hopefully everybody gets what I'm saying. But so I kind of really just don't want to tell them because I don't want them to come in and ask me every day, and I don't want them to tell me what my vitamins should be. You see what I mean? And it's like, yeah, I got the program, so I don't need them telling me stuff and telling me about my body and stuff like that. I know about me. So it's just an interesting thing, but I'm going to have to eventually. But anyway, enough about that. So I got the party tonight, so I'll do another video. I think the 21st is on Saturday, so I'll do an extra weigh-in this week. I try not to weigh myself at all. I haven't weighed myself, during the week, so I always just do on Thursday. So this will be an extra one, and so I'll do a little bit different video because there's a couple of other things that happened this week that I kind of want to talk about and kind of get some feedback about, just things that were happening just around and in my head and all kinds of stuff. So on to solid food, happy, looking forward to this next week. And after these great losses, I was so happy to see 2.5 pounds this week because I just have this weird fear that, like, okay, I was pushing it those first couple of weeks, and it's not gonna, it's gonna go, oh, ha, 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 kidding, and then to go back up again. I don't know why I think that, but so at this point, I'm happy with that loss of 2.5 pounds, and I think I'm gonna try and increase my calories because I kind of roughly figured out, now that a few weeks out, I wasn't really thinking about the calories because it was just so hard just to get some food in, because you have to eat so little and stretch it out. Um, but like this last week, I kind of wrote down what I was eating, and I'm getting. It looked like kind of right around 600, 700 calories. So I'm going to try and do a little better with that this week, and I bet. Um, if I up that a little bit, I'll have another good loss again. So it's been kind of up down as far as lot. I mean, it's all losses, but so it was like 11 the first week, and then 3, and then 6, and then 2.5. So that's actually pretty good because I think that kind of lets things settle in. So, a big loss every couple of weeks, that'd be great. Otherwise, as long as I'm steadily losing, I'm more than happy with that, especially as how it started. And I'll cut down on some of the clothes that I have to buy because I'm definitely going to have to go through my closets this weekend and figure out what I have to wear, and what I'm going to need, and do a little shopping over this next week. So tomorrow's Friday, and then I'll have this next week coming up off. So I'll have a chance to kind of go through all of those clothes, and doesn't matter what I wear. I can just wear baggy stuff when I'm on vacation or PTO, and then maybe next weekend after Christmas. I hate shopping. I just hate shopping. I hate even thinking about going out. And then picking up the absolute minimum that I have to get, to get me through the next couple weeks. So that's what's going on. Hope everybody's having a good week. Congratulations, everyone that's had surgery. There's just so many of these, in November and December. And it looks like most of the folks are doing well. It's so good. Those of us that we're in November, it's exciting to see everybody's numbers. Everybody's doing so well. So exciting. And then there'll be some coming up in January that have been waiting a long time. I'm so excited for them. So that's about it. We'll talk to you on Saturday. I'll have another video. Bye.